what is inspiring to me is not just the golden opportunity you were given, having gone from an upbringing with not a lot of hope or opportunity, and then to be given this this opportunity. But what's inspiring is what you've done since then. How has your upbringing made you anti-fragile, and do you think that we are preparing our kids in the right way to be anti-fragile?
That's a very difficult question. As I said, I want to make conclusion that, can you hear me? Okay, this one, all right? Crisis can make you stronger, and I'm sure everyone has been going through difficult times. Personally, I didn't tell you on purpose that I lost also my mom when I was 10 years old. So before losing my mom, she was sick, and my father was not available at home. And so I had to take care of my brothers and sister when I was 8 years old. And going to school and back to home, help them, cook for them, cleaning home for them. I remember when my mom passed away in 1997, I was there in the hospital, and she said, Mahmoud, when I die, I want you to go to school. I don't want you to attend my funeral, and this is what I did. I went to school. And so the way that we were brought up as education is the way forward. We need to be strong when we face a lot of challenges. So it wasn't easy life. I don't remember any memory of my childhood enjoying like our kids nowadays. So sometimes I tell my wife that I'm worried that my kids will be spoiled. But at the same time, no, we want them to live a very happy life, but not easy life. If they get to easy life, they will not be able to fight back, or they will not be able to deal with difficult times. So even in Dubai, we've been through difficult times in so many cases. So it's not any rosy road. We've been always subject to tension and pressure, but what we've learned from our childhood, how to be strong enough, how to believe in ourselves, how to, I don't like the word fight till the end, but how we be strong till the end. We've been brought up in society and a culture that we respect our friends, our relatives, our families, and we always try our best to help them. So overall, the way that I was brought up helped me to weather a lot of challenges and uncertain things in school, education, at work, and until now. So I'm lucky enough also to get the support of His Highness and the government of Dubai. And this also helped me so much to deal with a lot of challenges.
Yeah. Now talk to me about human capital development. You've been the managing director of the Real Estate Institute. You obviously were a 99.7% student, something I can never claim to. And in fact, probably no one else in the room can claim many things like that. And now also lecturing back at your old university. What does Dubai need to do in order to be a centre of excellence for real estate, and as a city, a world leader in human capital development?
Great. I think Dubai, since day one, was trying to attract talents to the city. So once we attract talents to the city, we'll be able to grow a knowledge-based economy. So there were a lot of investment into the education sector. But personally, I do believe that education and health, still both sectors need a lot of support and a lot of investment. And that's why when the new planning committee that Sheikh Mohammed created recently, and his mandate, he said, I want value-added project to the city. By that he means we need investment into the sectors that we were not traditionally investing in, like education, like health. So we would love to have developers who invest and develop in education, develop in hospitals. We want to also support the culture of R&D. So more and more money is spent on research and development, but we need more. We need to attract quality higher education institutes. We need to support and finance the research and development. We need to bridge the gap between the business and academia. We see a lot of people graduating from school, universities, less qualified and less prepared for the workplace. So I think it's the time, and it's a great time for us to rethink how we are doing in the education sector and how we're doing in the health sector. His Highness' strategy recently, he said we want to give long-term residency to smart people, we want to give long-term residency for startups, businesses, innovators. And recently I met with the Expo team, and the Expo team actually, they're having incubators. Once the Expo is done, 6 months for repurposing of Expo, and then they will open it up for innovation in 4 sectors. One of them is real estate, and those guys will get free space for 2 years, and they will get also long-term residency, and they will also get discount on housing. And so I think if we want to grow our human capital, we need to become more affordable, because we don't want to be ending up a city for rich and a city for big corporations. No, we want to be a city for everyone, a city that attracts talents, a city that attracts, and we want also the cost of failure to be almost zero. We want people to come and try and fail and rise, and this is how we succeed. We need, I mean, if you look at the United States, and correct me if I'm wrong, a lot of Fortune 500 companies and big companies have been created and established by immigrants, right? Who came to the United States and started from zero. They got quality education. They were part of a great, I mean, we're very lucky here in Dubai to be part of 217 nationalities. You can imagine the amount of innovation that comes from every one of us. Everyone's, I mean, in your team, you have people from 5-6 countries, and everyone brings his perspective, his ideas. So this city has a treasure of talents, a treasure of information and knowledge that we should build on, and we should have a stronger relation between the private sector and the government to reap the fruits of such collaboration.
Fantastic. Now, you mentioned a little bit about Expo. You also said earlier in your presentation about an oversupply. Obviously, the motive when Expo was announced was to build the city, and people maybe went a little bit too crazy. We had, 100 new hotels being built. Everybody's asking the question, what's happening next? You mentioned you met with Expo to talk about that. Can you go into a bit more detail about what we're going to do to ensure that there's another horizon, that there's not a bigger slump in property? Because essentially what we've seen in the last 4 years is a slow decline as more properties have been built, but the population didn't increase like expected. So could you talk to us about what's happening after 2021?
That's a difficult question. What's happening after 2020 is 2021. So the Expo hopefully will start in October 2020 and will finish in 6 months, and then we have 6 months for repurposing of the Expo. 80% of the Expo site will be repurposed, and with focus on innovation, sustainability, opportunities. If we look at the cities that hosted Expo, starting from, the recent one, Milano, and before Milano, Shanghai, and you look at the property market, all these cities have witnessed improvement and uprise and trend, upward trend in the real estate market, especially in the hospitality and logistics. And being now, if I can make this statement, in almost the bottom of a cycle, I think Expo is coming at the right time to give more confidence and trust to people that we are receiving 25 million people next year, and we're expecting 70% of them to be from outside the country. And this is a great opportunity for Dubai to build on this. But Expo is not an objective itself. The objective is we want to take advantage of Expo to strengthen and enhance the brand of Dubai as a destination for businesses, for people to come and live and work in Dubai.
Well, we wish you all the best and all the success that you deserve. Thank you for joining us at the Capital.
Thank you so much.